Okay, so we're going to have a party in our backyard, and my first thought was to get some of those, I think they call them market lights. They're pretty big bulbs and have a filament in the middle, and you know, on a heavy string, and you hang them across the patio or whatever. But I don't have enough places to really put them as far as stringing them back and forth. A couple of trees I can use, but I was going to have to dig holes and put posts in and get posts 12 feet up so I could string the lights, and I kind of gave up on that idea. And I got these. These are all over the place on Amazon or on the web. They're called LED string lights. And they're kind of like Christmas tree lights, but they're a little bit different in that you can barely see the bulb. It's a small LED, and they're on wire. They're not literally on copper wire. Here's the way the package comes. Nice box. And actually, these were $7.39, I think, for one. And then I noticed it, which I was going to buy 3. Then I noticed at the bottom of the page it said, or buy the box of 2 for $9.50. So they're like, what, $4.75 a piece. You get the AC adapter, and you get the lights, and you get a remote control for $4.75. But they're very cool. Let me show you what this is. This is, here's the remote. And there's a little piece of plastic in here that you have to pull out to activate the battery. So if you're trying to use the remote for this thing, you can't, that's why. The AC power, that's for the second one. And the lights come like this. This plugs into the AC, that's great. It's got a nice, this is the remote LED controller receiver. And it's kind of wrapped up like this. So you just take this lead wire, and you can see this. This is literally copper wire that's been kind of dipped in plastic. And then every once in a while, about every 6 inches, 4 inches, there's what looks like a dot of glue. And it is, but it's actually an LED. So you unwrap this first bit. And so what I was going to do was take these and then wrap it around the trees instead of stringing it across, because you know that looks nice. You see trees wrapped in these pretty lights. And so it seems like it's pretty easy because you've obviously got a nice starting place here. And by the way, these don't connect one to another. This plugs in and it runs and then it ends, and that's it. You can't plug another string into this string. So I was going to start at the top, start at the top and then wind down. And as I come around, you know, you want to pull this around and start pulling it out. Well, what happens is you start twisting this, and even though it looks like it's going to be easy, it's not. And this wire gets very kinked very easily. And it was a problem. I tried to do 2 different trees, and I managed to do it, but it took a long time because I had to stop a few times and literally unwind everything, because this doesn't always come out from the right place. So, got a tip for you, and this really is a good one. There's a secret. Here's the secret. So, this is it. It's a toilet paper roll. Now this one isn't quite finished, so I'm just going to take this off of here like that. Here's the deal. The first thing you have to do is unwrap this, okay? So I've already done that with one. I've got it here. So you want to take it and unwrap it so you've got it as one long string. Just string it across the porch or the bedroom or the living room, whatever you've got. So it's laid out. Any kinks you've got, get the kinks out, okay? Then, I'm at the wrong end here. Let me get the end. You take your toilet paper tube, take this wired end here, and stick it in. And then take this and just start to wrap it around the tube. And as you do, you can, move it from left to right. But what this does is this will force it, when you're wrapping it around the tree or the fence posts or whatever you're going to wrap, not to get tangled up, because it's going to have to just unroll from the roller. It can't unroll from inside itself. So that is the tip. You just roll this up, and when you're done, I'll show you what you can do here. Almost done. I can fast forward this a little bit. Here's the end. When you get to the end, just tear a little piece like that and stick the end in there. And then you can store it, until you're ready to use it. And I will show you how to do that. We're going to go outside and wrap a tree and show you how it works. But believe me, if you try to do it by wrapping this around and pulling it as you go, it isn't going to work. It's definitely going to get tangled, and it's going to be a real problem. That said, these lights are terrific. This remote, you can turn them on, off, obviously, and if you have 4, 5, 6 different strands, it turns them all on at once. You can instantly go to full bright, or you can go to 25%, 50%. You can change the mode from solid to slow blinking, to a strobe effect, to a quick blink effect. You can change the speed of that blinking, all from the remote control. This is 34 feet, which wraps quite a number of times around a good-sized tree trunk. 34 feet, I think there's 100 lights, remote control, $4.75. It's unbelievable. So I bought 6 of them, and hopefully it'll work really well. I hope this is helpful. We're going to go outside and see how it is to wrap the tree. Okay, so here's one of the trees I'm going to wrap. And again, you want to start not with the black end, you want to start with this end, because you have to end up at the bottom of the tree to plug it in. So I'm just going to start up here, and I'm going to find a place to loop it here just to get it started. And now all I have to do is go like this, and as I come around, I'm just unrolling this, and no tangles, no kinks. It just goes as easy as pie. And it really, believe me, the first 2 trees I did were not this nice, not this easy. It was pretty difficult. So that's it. Just go all the way around. When you get to the bottom, you've got this, plug it into your AC power, and that's it. I hope you found this helpful. Have a good day.